Hey, it's Cabel here, the Profitable Personal Trainer, and I'm just sitting in one of our consultation rooms here at my studio, waiting for my program manager, my assistant, my administration manager, which is what I do basically every Thursday afternoon. Is I meet with those three individuals. They're key individuals, and this meeting is actually one of the reasons that I can basically manage our whole facility in 3-4 hours a week. So we talk about any relevant issues in the facility and what's going on in terms of our marketing plan, what sales and marketing is looking like, and how it's all performing and fitting together, which is kind of ironically not and yet what I wanted to talk to you about today. So today I want to talk to you about the one thing that I think is needed to be successful, and that really is consistent productivity through time management. So we're going to talk briefly about the importance of time management today, because you know what? If I was a child today, there's without a doubt I would be classified as ADHD. My wife insists that I'm a workaholic because just like many entrepreneurs, and I'm sure you're the same way, is that always somewhere in my brain I'm thinking about the business and what's going on and what I'm working on and what the next step is. But that doesn't mean that I'm working all the time. Ironically, you might be surprised to know that I shockingly don't work probably more than about 30 hours a week. You know, I spend about 4 hours with management stuff here at the studio and different meetings, making sure the team is functioning, and the largest part of my week is donated to my coaching clients, and then the remainder of the week is basically responding to all of your emails and inquiries, as well as a little bit of project stuff that we're working on that I need to be involved in. So the point is that working more hours does not lead to greater productivity. I don't know about you, but I find that my brain doesn't work 9 to 5, and it definitely doesn't work 40 to 50 hours a week with any kind of exceptional or good capacity or productivity. And I don't think that many people are that much different. I joke because it makes me unemployable. I could never have a real job because working specific hours just wouldn't work for me. So how do you stay productive all the time? How do you keep things moving forward and a very productive and efficient manager without working 50, 60, 70, 80 hours a week? Well, the first thing is you have to understand that how your body and how your mind works. I'm not sure where you're at, but I'm a huge believer that our subconscious mind really dictates a lot of things about how our body and our mind is functioning, and ultimately how productive we are. So you really have to use the power of your subconscious mind and respect how it works. If you haven't, I really recommend that you read a book or get the audiobook called Psycho-Cybernetics by, what the heck is his name? Something Maxwell, I believe. But either way, look up Psycho-Cybernetics. Lots of people talk about it. Really great book about your subconscious mind. Nonetheless, your subconscious is such that when we plant an idea, when we plant an idea in your subconscious, maybe even like we are now, in that your subconscious mind is more than capable of helping you solve complex problems. Whether you think about it or actively pursue it or not, it goes to work in finding the solution. That's why your subconscious is a key component of time management. The last thing that you do each day before you go to bed is you should be looking at your task list or to-do list for tomorrow. And you should itemize that to-do list basically to 3 or 4 things. In fact, I always recommend to keep your big master list that has all kinds of things on it, and then just take a small piece of paper each night, no more than 4 by 6 inches, and write 3 to 4 things on it that you're going to try to accomplish tomorrow. Give them a number based on the number of priority, and always start with the hardest thing first, so that you know when you get out of bed what's the first thing you're going to do in the morning. Your subconscious mind, believe it or not, will be already working on what to do with that problem throughout the night while you're sleeping, and when you get up it's that much easier. So maybe think of it this way. If you're still thinking this is a bunch of crap and you don't know how you feel about this, here's another way to look at it. When you wake up in the morning and you don't know what you do, each day you only have so many emotional resources. I'm sure you can agree that by the end of the day you're tired, it's hard to focus, it's hard to think anymore about what it is that you're trying to accomplish. It's because you only have so many emotional resources. So when you wake up in the morning and you don't know what to do, there's a great deal of stress there as you try to decide, what should I do first? You now have to use creativity, decision making, and problem solving in an effort to create a list of the things that you should do and ultimately make a decision about what you're going to do and how it's going to work. That's actually a pretty stressful situation for most people when you think about it in that context. Further, to actually take action and do something, ultimately to be distracted by something unexpected, causes a greater degree of stress. You can see that this is actually a huge demand on your emotional resources, and why maybe some days by 11 a.m. or noon, you've just like had it. You're like done for the day, don't want to deal with it anymore. Where other days, when it's smooth sailing, you feel like you could work all night. And it's just a good example of how our emotions get involved and ultimately guide our ability to focus. So, one of the most important things for time management is to decide your tasks the night before, choose only 3 to 4 things, keep them on a small piece of paper, and decide the things you're going to do first. This way, when you get up in the morning, you can hit the ground running, and you'll find that your day will go smoother and you'll get more things done. Now, if you're a solo trainer or work for somebody else and you're wondering, how do I take the next step in my life to become an entrepreneur or advance my career? As employees, and I was there, I spent some time in that path, that I find that we tend to, the pleasure of being an employee is that when the clock strikes a certain time, that's the end of the workday, and we typically don't think about it or worry about it as much anymore because it doesn't belong to us. It's somebody else's problem. So therefore, it's easy for us to separate ourselves, which allows us to recover and be prepared to work somewhat tomorrow. But that's not going to help you move from being an employee to a entrepreneur or the next step in your career, because you have to continue with that professional development, or think, how can I do that one extra thing each day? So one of the challenges I set for my trainers is, when you're sitting in your car and you turn it on just before you drive away, just take a moment to send 2 text messages randomly to clients and tell them how great they are. Give them a high five. Ask them how they're doing. Ask them how they're following up. That one extra thing per day earns them more referrals and increases their client retention. Or to make a quick video like this with a quick message that they'd like to give to anybody trying to achieve a weight loss or fitness goal, and upload it to the Facebook page in an effort to increase their own personal brand. So the point is, no matter where you are in life, you have to understand that you need to do just that one extra thing, and to find the energy and emotional wherewithal to do that, I highly recommend to plan your day the day before, so you can hit the ground running and not use up those resources early. I don't know, that's my thoughts on time management. I'm Cabel, the Profitable Personal Trainer. Check out my blog, profitablepersonaltrainer.com, and I hope this helps somebody.